Even though you try to see my face like I'm gonna stay my zone. Even though you try to take me from the zone like a John Cena, you can't fucking see me. Even though I realized I couldn't see myself going through this own discreet. My name is fucking Barry Ace, and then I realized I couldn't see my fucking lines, so I trace. Now you look at me like I couldn't see myself going through this white tea. Come back. Even though you realize I'm trying to drink this white tea, trying to gain this understand through my own philosophy. Now taking back and going through the song. Even though you realize I'm taking through the very song, hold it back and racking and striking. And even though I realize I couldn't see myself, I'm trying to slay these fucking dragons like King Arthur. Even though I see my camera a lot, even though I'm trying to deal with my problems a lot. Hawking racking. Now I realize I see myself going through its ideas. I realize I couldn't be fucking slagging through its own day and ways. Even though I realize I'm going through my day and age. Baiting and rating. Baiting and stating and rating, part of its own taste. Even though I realize the world is trying to tase me with its own electricity. Even though you know my last name is fucking Dead City. Now I realize the city's a city, then realize it's like its own acidic, 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 like a Chronicles of Riddick. Now you realize you couldn't hold me back, going through this own very change, part of its same. And now you realize you never understood why I have this own ambition tattooed on my fucking arm. Even though I realized I couldn't see myself never gonna fucking arm. Even though you wanna shoot down, even though I realize the world's trying not to look down. Understand why I have this own ambition. So I realize I'm gonna give you of its own peace. Ambition's going through my own success. Even though I realize the world couldn't see myself. Even though they say scream with your chest, be this own man. Even though I realize the world can't see myself going like an endless sandman around the can. Even though I realize I'm gonna be tapping on these fucking trash cans till I get the fucking beat right. Even though I realize I don't want quantity, I want my own quality. And now I realize I couldn't see myself. So you understand my philosophy like a white lotus. Even though I realize a lotus is shoulders, and now I realize I'm part of the show of dust. Taking the nuts, and now I realize I couldn't stop these girls sucking on my fucking nuts. Now I realize I'm going fucking nuts. Now I realize the world couldn't see myself going through my own paranoia. The soy to realize I'm gonna say fuck that soy milk. Even though I'm lactose intolerant. Even though I realize I lack my own tolerance of myself. Even though I hit myself through my own very show. Take it back, even though I couldn't see myself, I'm looking through my very facts. Look at my own mom, look at my own dad. Now I don't even have both, but I have my own fam. Even though I realize I'm like this Bam Bam, going for my own fruity pebbles of rebels. Now I realize I'm like that rebel scum from the very sun. Even though I realize I couldn't see myself through this very suns. Now I realize the world ain't fucking done. You need to understand, you need to get your own heart up and realize you couldn't start up. Now I realize the world couldn't fucking start through this own trope. I wrote this rope to realize the world couldn't see itself, even though it could be cutthroat. Realize you couldn't see it's not a joke, even though I could have back like a joker to soaker. Take it back. Take it back and racking and sacking. Now I realize I couldn't see myself like a tacking and racking and backing and racking and shacking and sacking and macking and macking and hacking and racking and macking and racking and shacking and racking. Even though I couldn't say my words, I see myself. Even though I never see myself, never lacking. I got my breath of the air, I realized I couldn't see. Stairs, the tears, the wear, care, the rare. Hit my back, even though I never fucking stare. I'm like a fucking cobra, I'm going through this own soldier. And even though you're trying to see me hypnotized, even though I realize the world still going through its very lies. Don't want to realize, now I realize my own highs. Now I'm trying to make myself, I don't even tie my own fucking shoes. What you gonna say, my tie and shoe? Now I realize, I look at the mirror, I realize a part of its own tears. Even though you realize it's like a many tears. I wish Tupac was still fucking here to give us the wisdom that we fucking need from the very beginning. Even though I realize I couldn't see myself, even though you never begun, I realize you need to understand we're all under the sun, and your daughters and sons. Love you fucking woman, even though you realize you couldn't understand how fucking precious she even could be. Only you look at this own currency. Fuck that. Your woman is your own, a pride in your own queen. And now I realize I couldn't see myself, so I never touch a lean. I never touch that own fucking crack or that fucking meth. Now I realize I never touch this idea, even though I touch a little. Even though I realize it's here to see my fucking joker stroke. Even though I see myself, I got myself through my own entropy. Even though I realize it's like a sweet pea. Even though like a piece of its own, the pot of rods. Now I realize I'm like trying to grab the rod of God like a moment. And then I realize I couldn't see myself going through myself. So I'm gonna shove myself to the heat in the fucking oven. So I stuck my fucking head in, and then I realized I couldn't head out, and realized I couldn't be out. And then the world trying to stop myself, so they fucking scream and shout, and they wanna hurt myself, even though they wanna scream me. Hey boy, go to south, fuck that. I'm gonna realize, even though I couldn't be this own fucking idea, fucking angel, I'm gonna follow the angels. And then I realized I couldn't see myself. I'm like a fucking tiger, straight bangled or sangled, and realized you couldn't see myself through the chimes, through the very fucking wind. Even though you realize I don't need the fucking wind to believe my own sins. I just wanna say, ooh, ooh. Even though I couldn't take it back, even though you realized you couldn't see it back. My name, everything is going through its own to change. And then I realized now I'm trying to take my own despair change, caught of its own to rain. Even though you see myself trying to make it fucking rain, the world tried of its own to train. You think you need this money just to be this fucking badass, a motherfucker? Fuck that, be this fucking ugly motherfucker going through its own barricade. The reason lies, I'm gonna save myself like a batting cage. Part of its own, even though you couldn't see yourself, even though you never fucking rain. You see yourself going through this very charge, even though your phone going through the charger, even though you realize I couldn't see myself. I'm trying to go far. Everybody couldn't see myself, even though I couldn't see myself through the fucking mirror. See myself going fucking clear. Everybody wanna say a fucking dog is fucking sad, even though it's going through its own GMO. I wanna say it going very slow. Everybody has the ideas of what they could be, their own perfect idea of the world, even though they realize they couldn't see it going through the very swirl. Everybody has their own idea of what is perfection. So you need to realize, even though you realize you think you know enough, you better shut the fuck up and be a student. And now I realize I couldn't see myself going through it on the stoop. I realize I sit on my own fucking stoop, like the very New York City. And now I realize my name. Oh, fuck that. Everybody wanna see myself. Even though you're trying to see this fucking 4 eyes, I'm gonna be a fucking joke. My name is with its own fucking nerdiness. Even though I like the dungeon and a fucking dragon. Even though you never see myself in a fucking dungeon. But yet you wanna call me the fucking dragon, the slagging. And now I don't want the spoils of war, cause I understand what happens to spoils of wars. And now even though I couldn't say myself, even though I spilled the fucking milk, like I couldn't see myself through its own very spilt. I hit it back going through its own slagging. I hit myself, even though a niggas couldn't say, hey Shiloh, you're fucking lagging. Nah, fuck that, cause you know what, I got that. Everybody wanna see me going through my own slack. Fuck that, going through my own ideas of going through its own bandwagon and dragging. Even though I never see myself, never gonna take it back. I'm gonna say it like a bow and arrow. My name is fucking with its own engine. Myself going through its own Indian. But you don't understand, that was all fucked up because Columbus couldn't even understand where he's going through his own map. So you realize we're in the North America. Even though I see myself going through its own ideas where you took my fucking land, we got a little bit of reparation. And even though I couldn't say it like going through its own celebration, even though you couldn't see it going like it's straight calibrated. So here's my own smaller violin. So I sit myself like you're gonna say, here you go, with my own pocket, here's your fucking pile of lint. Even though I couldn't see myself, never gonna say it going through its own chance. Even though I couldn't see my very chance, even though I realized it's going through its ruling in the dance, prance and stance, and now I realize I'm part of its own very fucking stance. The world couldn't see myself going through the very love. I say I'm gonna say it back, I'm gonna hold you like a glove. You can fucking hate me all you fucking want. I'm gonna say I love you all the fucking start. Even though I had to fucking restart from the very beginning. Even though I see myself going through this own sinning, I couldn't say myself. Even though I couldn't say myself, I'm gonna look to the own God and this fucking angels that look to itself. Don't hurt other people just to say you're gonna be a bad motherfucker. You're not a bad motherfucker cause you hurt people. You're a bad motherfucker cause you fucking save people, cause you're saving yourself. Other than, even though you never save yourself.